Let's see what we're in for. What do you got for us?
Our eyes first met from across the roller rink.
I was quite nervous, but you gave me a wink.
That's great. Where did you get that?
Young John picture.
The picture. Where did I get the picture?
Yeah, did you
When
have
I
it
was
ready to
younger,
go, or
that's-
did you have to
He
dig
was a
through-
child.
I
Let's
wasn't.
see a
I
picture.
didn't take the picture yesterday.
You want to see a picture of me from the past?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
no,
we
that's
have
the
to
intro
games.
to the Valentine's Day game show episode.
Oh hell
okay.
So now
yeah!
you got to share the slide.
All right. So this is one of the games on the game show, is what it looks like.
Yeah, I just made it up this morning.
One of the mini games. All right. Valentine's edition.
Yes.
Mary Fuck Kill Valentine's Day edition,
hell yeah.
baby.
Have you seen? There's an Elder Scrolls Twitter account that just does like hot or not for NPCs, and so they just post. It's like every day they post a different NPC.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my god!
That kind of thing.
I like it. All
I
right.
need to see that. Actually, I feel like I have opinions on that. Speaking of
No,
me,
you go back. What are you doing?
Oh, it's not over.
It's-
All right,
It's
so
not
let's play.
just one. It's not just one slide.
Oh, it's a slide
It
deck.
says Mary Fuck Kill.
Oh, I have control over it. Okay, what do we got?
Well, don't let me do it.
Oh, all right.
You brought
Welcome
up
to the
slide.
unplanned slideshow.
You brought up the
love this-
slide, and
I
then you're
love
like,
this
"What
stupid
about
morning."
this other thing?" That's what you did.
Oh, look, a
Said-
squirrel. Okay, so John's got a
brought up
slide
the
deck with some game show games that he's thought of.
All right, so this is Mary Fuck Kill, the Den Valentine's Day edition. Welcome, contestants. All right. There's no points. It's just a nice little happy discussion.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
If I feel like making points, I'll make the points. So you got to marry, fuck, kill one of these things: beer, wine, or liquor.
Oh, I thought this was a different game. I'm gonna marry beer.
Oh,
You can marry
110%.
beer.
Yeah,
I would
I'm gonna-
end liquor.
I'm gonna marry beer. I'm gonna fuck wine, and I'm gonna kill liquor. That's what I'm gonna do.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm definitely marrying beer, just because beer is when I used to drink, beer is God's gift. Wine, I could take it or leave it. Fuck, kill the wine. I'll fuck the liquor.
All right. We
So
got.
I am 100% marrying liquor.
Jesus.
100%. And I don't know if you've seen my house recently, but I have more liquor than most bars.
Is it
600
what is
miles
the
away.
appeal with a marriage with liquor? Is it because of the utility and the versatility? You can create things out of it.
Exactly.
many
Like
booze as you
with
want.
beer and wine, you're gonna get stale. You can't really. It's hard to like fuck with it. Like beer, what are you gonna do? Mix two beers together? Like that is a thing. But
Do you
like,
know how much beer is out there?
Yeah,
It just
do you know how
takes
much
longer.
Liquor is out there. Like,
It just takes you a couple of months to mix your beer, and that's all right. That's all. You just got to make a
Oh,
different
God.
variety.
Yeah, you just
and
can make
altogether.
your own. I remember when you and Brian did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
John,
go ahead.
Oh, it reminds me of so you're a foodie. You're somebody who
I'm a big foodie.
could write good reviews on food. Dimitri, that show last night, he had a joke. He said you hear about foodies a lot, foodies is kind of a thing. You don't hear about drinkies so much. You don't call
They
them
are.
drinkies.
It's just a different word. It's just a different word. It's called alcohol.
Yeah.
It's they're literally wine connoisseurs. It's the whole thing. There's sommeliers, which are literally people that are professional drinkers. But yeah, so I'm marrying liquor. I think I want to fuck wine, and I think I kill beer.
Yeah,
Because-
wine's a sexy one, right?
Because wine, I think, is like one of these things where, like, if I'm going out to eat, at like at a nice restaurant, I either want liquor or wine. I'm never like, it'd go really well with this steak tartare, beer. It'd be
See,
great with
I
this
do.
little
Yeah.
risotto mac and cheese, beer. Like I'm
a
never
nice
like
lager or like something, not like a lager, no, like like an IPA or something. I would go for a nice beer.
It's
Paired
probably
with
just
something
because
like that.
it's probably, but I'm not pairing it whenever I do that. I just want a beer. It's not
Yeah,
because I think
it's usually
gonna,
what it is.
gonna
Yeah.
pair nicely with the dish or something.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's I didn't realize that beer had like good varieties until he was just like, "Why are you drinking that Budweiser thing? Here, have this." And it was like a nice craft beer.
A nice pilsner is so nice though too. A nice little lager from like a nice little German lager. Like I'm gonna miss that. It's hard. All right, next one.
You ever see Jimmy Fallon's thank you notes that he does?
Yeah.
That bit, he had one that said, "Thank you, craft beer, for making my drinking problem into a neat hobby."
All right.
All right.
Next one.
Lord of the Rings.
Stop
Hewlett
clicking the
Packard.
slides.
Oh,
Let me
go
click
ahead.
the slides. I'll do it.
All right. I'm going back. You do it.
I gotta take away control.
Okay,
right,
hang on.
Yeah.
There's only 3 things over to the side, and there's 4 categories.
Yeah,
That's
because
okay.
Star Wars. This is the only picture I could find. But also Star Wars. Star Wars is a staple. You can't get rid of Star
Yeah,
Wars.
okay.
It's there forever. It's not part of this. This is just the picture I found. So yeah, what are you gonna marry for?
Oh, I'm
kill
gonna
on
piss
this
a
one?
lot of people off with this one.
Well, you've been playing the Harry Potter game.
I've also been because of my that you like to bring up the fact that I love lore.
Yeah.
I can't get any fucking thing done in the Harry Potter game because somebody will say like, "Oh, this happened at this point," and I'm just like, "Wait, what?" And then I spend 35 minutes googling shit. So I'm definitely keeping Harry Potter. So we're gonna marry it. I'm not gonna marry. I'm not marrying Harry. Just throwing that out. Just the universe itself is wonderful.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's
I'm
the
a fuck with
universe.
Pirates of the Caribbean just because my God, our boat's
You're-
cool.
You're
I'm killing Lord of the Rings. I said everybody's going to be pissed. I'm killing off Lord of the Rings. It is an over glorified franchise.
I'm putting that one ring on my finger. What are you talking about, man?
Them's fighting words.
I'm getting down with that shit.
I told you. Listen, I have many a fandom in my mind, and for some reason, Lord of the Rings never stuck with me. I even sat down and watched through the whole thing in like one go. The Hobbit was great. Like that was a lot of fun. But the actual Lord of the Rings, I mean, it's so much just exposition.
Just
It's
the
a
world though, and everything else that goes with it.
The world in my mind is just you got elves. It's your standard fantasy land.
Think about everything. Everything that it like, also like created off of that, like all like everything that's Tolkien inspired.
Yeah, arguably better things.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, here's a question. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
Did you read and watch, or had
So,
you just watched?
I have read all of the Hobbit ones. I haven't read the main Lord of the Rings books. I definitely should. Harry Potter, I've read 4 of them, and they're substantially better than the films.
Pirates.
So
did you read the books? Did you read
I
the books
don't know
for
if we
Pirates?
get that chance. I bet you there's a book now. I don't know. Can we distill Johnny down into a book? Because he is the entirety of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I read Lord of the Rings, I'd probably like it more because I guarantee you the world building is better.
It's interesting, and it gets into the heads of the characters pretty well, which I like.
I've discovered I like reading a lot more these days than I used to because of that entirely. Now, I say that there's a whole lot of exposition in them, but one of my favorite books in the world is The Odyssey, and like 60% of it is, oh, Telemachus, the sun's up.
It's a fucking poem. Like,
It is a fucking poem, and my
it
God.
literally is. It's an epic poem, is what
It is such a bit to read through sometimes, but
Here's the thing,
you know.
too, is like I feel like with Lord of the Rings, like I would miss those characters, like all of those characters, so much. And with Pirates, like I just watch another Johnny Depp movie.
yeah, I guess I
what I
could take or leave the characters from Pirates. I just think the films are more enjoyable in my mind, I guess. Okay, now I also want to throw a caveat out here really quick. Growing up, I have a person, not Jacob. Wow, Dave knows. My sister Jennifer is not actually my sister. She just counts as far as we've been together forever. So growing up, her whole side of the family was Lord of the Rings people. My mom had a
Okay.
crazy thing for Johnny Depp, right? Not that she like just wanted to like take him into a cave and sleep with him. She thought he was a really good actor. So she bought like every movie he did. So I've seen every damn Johnny Depp movie there is. He was really good in Pirates.
I didn't know how much of your how much these this slide would have. What am I trying to say?
Bring up.
This brings up a lot of stuff with you, Dave.
Dude, seriously, yeah. Did you ever notice the few times you were in my mother's house that she literally has a if you look at there's still a cabinet that's every DVD.
Really? She has like
He's
a
got-
shrine.
He has a
basically.
movie. We used to call it the Shrine. Side note. He has a movie called Nick of Time. That's actually really good. It's about killing the governor. It's great.
Cool.
Well, I would get rid of Harry Potter immediately.
Figured.
Like it's not a bad franchise at all. I've read probably 3 or 4 of the books. I think at least 3 of the books. I've seen 2 or 3 of the films. I saw like the first 2 and then the second to last or some shit.
The second one is arguably one of the most enjoyables.
And but like I don't know. I'm getting rid of it. And then of the remaining so I've killed Harry Potter. The remaining, obviously Johnny Depp is the sexiest, so I'm fucking Pirates and I'm marrying Lord of the Rings. That's how it's going to be.
No, I figured that would be
Lord of the
case.
Rings is a long-term relationship. That's a marriage.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you have this long-standing love for it, and it's like how I have like with people. That
No,
don't
it's just long.
It's like how people like when I talk to my buddy Shay or whatever, me and him or me and you or my buddy Shay and I will sit there and chat for an hour about like Elder Scrolls lore, and there's people around me that are just like, what are you even on about? So it's like I have a deep love for that. So you also have an enjoyment for just world building and lore as it is.
Yeah, I definitely do.
And Lord of the Rings I know is chock full of it. I just don't know any of it.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing that you were talking about doing with video games where like I played through the first 2. I finished Dishonored 2 recently. But I was reading all the notes. I was reading all the little like, why is this the world the way that it is, and what's the backstory behind this particular street gang, or whatever.
Every time, the perfect example lately is since I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy, I ran across a note where they were talking about like goblins, and they were like, oh yeah, so this guy's a fluent speaker of the goblin language, and then it said what the language was called, and it's called gobbledygook. And I was like, that can't be the right thing. So I looked for hours, and it was right.
That's awesome. Gobbledygook.
That's some Tolkien, not Tolkien. That's some J.K. Rowling's like way of naming shit. It's like, oh, let's just make a fucking onomatopoeia out of whatever the hell it is.
It works though. It works really well. I think. Fun fact for blockheads out there: there's a privacy coin called Grin, and it uses it uses a scheme to make transactions not traceable, to make it basically invisible transactions. You can't track who sent what to who and stuff like that. And the name of that scheme is called Mimblewimble, and it comes from Harry Potter. It comes from a spell in Harry Potter, Mimblewimble. So if you see Mimblewimble, Litecoin has implemented Mimblewimble. Grin has it, obviously. Beam uses it. And so, yeah, Mimblewimble is from that. That's what I know. That's my nugget.
I feel like I kind of want to wait for David to come back before we keep going.
We could, or he could be out there building someone a computer.
He's not going to be building somebody a computer. What if we called the office and was like, "Hey, how long is this going to take?"
Yeah, just call him up.
Just call his work and be like, "Hey, how long are you going to be with this fucking customer? Because we've got a game show you got to get back to now."
So what were yours? You married Lord of the Rings too, right? And you got rid of Pirates, or what
on my finger. I think I'm gonna kill Pirates.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fuck with Harry Potter.
Yeah, but like from the later films when
like,
they're adults, because that's weird.
I've definitely like read the books for Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. And like I think there's enough like other probably pirate movies out there that I don't need Pirates. I think
Pirates is fun though, man. Pirates is a lot of fun. What are your favorite Lord of the Rings books? Which ones did you like? I I liked my favorite was The Hobbit was my favorite of the whole thing. I loved The Hobbit a lot. But what about you? Do you have a favorite of the what is it, a quadrilogy? What is the how many books
Well,
are there?
I mean, it's a trilogy with Lord of the Rings, and then The Hobbit's just like the prequel,
Okay.
essentially. But I would we're talking about the books or
The books. Yeah, the books.
I think
'Cause
probably
you said you read them, right? So
Yeah.
I wanted to get your opinion.
I think probably Fellowship would be one of my favorites. But also like The Hobbit. Like, I don't know, The Hobbit was really good too.
I like The Hobbit as a just like getting to know the characters that became
Yeah.
like Gollum and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool because I did read it after I read at least some of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I read it like a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember it. It's been like 7 years or something, actually. But I think like also like Tom Bombadil and like all the other like characters that got left out, I think are just like so fun. I wish they would do like an extended version and go and add all that shit and make these like 5-hour movies, but or like and then you also have like the Lord of the Rings like TV show. Actually, I forgot about that. That was like, I actually really enjoyed that. I've watched that all the way through like a few times because every week when it would come out, I would restart it. Like the whole
yeah,
thing.
just like go crash through what you've already seen just to get ready for the next thing that's coming out.
Just like every week, because it was so good. And I like I know I love that lore and like just that world. Is that
Did
a
you know-
cat or a computer?
Did you know we have a Middle Earth lair?
I do, but nobody fucking does anything.
I forgot about it. Yeah, I was
Yeah. All right.
All right, we can get back into it after Gravity Crab stops looking to the left.
He's
Okay,
never
great.
coming back.
I was going to tell him that like basically the Middle Earth layer is pretty much, I want a Tamriel layer. I want a Elder Scrolls layer one day. Like I want to have more time to write for stuff like that. But I want it to exist so that other people can write about it. But you know, Middle Earth, it's there. It doesn't have a lot of traction, I think, but it's in there.
Yeah. No, yeah, like, and I don't know what to do with that layer besides be like, Lord of the Rings is cool, and then somebody else goes, yeah, Lord of the Rings is cool, and then like that's it. Like,
yeah, like it exists, sure does.
yeah,
You know, that kind of thing.
yeah, like I don't know what else to do in there. That I guess like it's for memes also, but like I don't know. I don't like associate running around like posting Middle Earth memes. But
Yeah, I'd imagine that like like there are a lot of people that are deep into Lord of the Rings to the point where they would like, I would like to see fan fiction, or I would like to see like theories about things that aren't explicitly laid out. Maybe they could say, hey, if you think about how this is in this book and that is in that book, and then in the movies this happened, it could imply that X, Y, and Z, you know, like little stuff like that. But I don't know what else to use it for either, except just nerding out on Lord of the Rings. I actually haven't seen the new show either that they made.
it's good
On Amazon, right?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened too is like Jeff Bezos' kid was like, "I love Lord of the Rings. Don't fuck this up, Dad." And they put so much money into it.
No pressure.
It's really cool. And it's cool seeing where like you find out like Gandalf and Sauron and everything, where all those people come from, and Saruman and shit like that. So like I think that's really cool, and does a good job of like.
So it's like
think you know something.
It's like before the Hobbit, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's before the Hobbit, like way before. This is like before the Ring. Basically, it's called the Ring of Power. The Rings of Power, I think.
Is it outlining basically how they came to be?
How all the different houses, like how like the elves and men and everybody got their rings.
Oh, that does sound awesome. See, I haven't looked into it enough to even know what the premise was, but that sounds like a fantastic story to tell.
It's really cool. It's really good. And then what I like about it, like I was saying, is like it does a very good job of like you think you know something and then you don't, and then you think you know it and then you get new information. It's like, wait, is that true? So it's not just like a paint by numbers television show. I think it does a good job of like being interesting. So
I have seen a lot of. I haven't heard it called a paint by numbers show before, but that makes total sense because I've seen so many things that are the same exact format where it's like somebody basically they were like, oh, this formula works. Like it's a surefire way to make something that's like in a certain format that works and follows the same patterns. Yeah. And then you see it used over and over again for like I don't know, even something that's super obvious like Squid Game when it came out. You saw a bunch of other shows. They're like, oh, we can do like a Squid Game type show where it's like, okay, this is literally you just reskinned the same show, that kind of thing.
All right. I'm gonna try to like bang through all this, like go through the slides quickly. Maybe.
How are we already? Like we're literally in a Middle Earth layer now.
Yeah, we were talking about Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We were stalling so we could continue talking about who we wanted to marry, fuck, or kill.
Anyways, I researched gobbledygook for like 35 minutes and found out like the whole history of it, and then now I was like, I guess I should continue playing this game now.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Right up where you left off.
I figured I would. I was like, what else do I have?
Marry, fuck, kill. Hats, beanies, visors.
What do you? What's a Benny? Who's Ben?
Beanie. Oh, I misspelled it.
Yeah, it's a Benny. I like Benjamins.
Hats,
beanies, and visors.
Or the drummer Benny.
Keeping hats.
Yeah. Keeping hats?
Keeping hats. We're going to marry the hats. Beanies are dumb, but they're not as dumb as visors. We're talking like those head visors that stick out and like you have a hole in the middle, right?
Yeah, like
golf. It's this
without the top.
As somebody who likes to golf, I hate,
but without the hat part.
So because they're so stupid. I'm gonna kill off visors. I'll fuck the beanies, and I'm marrying the hats.
See, I think I'm gonna marry beanies now that I moved to New York because it's like windy and it's cold. So a beanie is so much better than a hat because the hat will just fly off my fucking head. So I will fuck with hats and I'll get rid of a visor. Because I don't want that sunburn on the top of my head, you know?
I wore this the whole time I was in New York and it was windy and cold. And I will say it kept my head warm and I kept thinking it was going to blow off, but it was fine.
Well, that visor, the bill is kind of short on that compared to like another hat.
Yeah. Well, it's got like, it does that, I think. I don't I
it's got aerodynamics, man.
Who would ever wear it like that? Like
if you
train conductors,
captaining a ship,
captaining a ship. Oh, now I want to snap something. To
Steamboat,
this.
Or if you're like a newsie,
I could snap something on here.
Yeah,
that's a bad idea.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna visors can go away. Beanies are great. So kill visors, fuck beanies, and marry hats. I have a relationship with hats already, so I think we all sort of agree.
I think that visors at this point we've all just decided are a fashion that needs to go away. But then again, you tried to bring back fanny packs and mildly succeeded.
I brought back fanny packs. I didn't solely bring them back, but they're basically
there's
a new bandolier.
Every guy in New York that's like fashion forward has a fanny pack all the time.
Do they bandolier them or do they fanny pack them around their waist?
Bandolier around like the chest. Yeah. They all do that shit. All right, next one. Dogs, cats, birds.
I'm allergic to cats, so kill them. Marry dogs, fuck birds. Boom.
There you go.
Easy day.
Wow.
Yeah, I killed cats on the internet just now. I did that.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll marry the dogs because I have my cats, but I love dogs considerably more. So marry dogs. I'll fuck cats. Screw birds, man.
That's fair. I think I would do something similar.
Birds aren't real.
Yeah.
Birds are. And also the size of the pigeons y'all have is crazy. Just again.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We do have a birds layer.
Right.
Oh, this one's great. I'll go last.
I'm gonna marry Dogecoin. I'm gonna fuck with Ethereum, and I guess I wrote fick instead of fuck it. And then I'm gonna kill off Bitcoin just so I can see the world burn.
I'm gonna
Some
marry
people
the
just like to watch the world burn.
I'm gonna marry the Bitcoin just because it's extraordinarily valuable at the moment, and a divorce would probably net me a good amount of currency. I'll fuck Ethereum, and Dogecoin can be gone at this point.
I'm also gonna marry Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoiner. That's my main squeeze, man. And I would kill Ethereum. I would kill Ethereum, and
We are backboned on Ethereum.
and Dogecoin is a lot of fun. So that's going
It's
to be
a meme.
It is a meme. Yes, it is.
It's a meme with weight.
It's a meme. It's a meme with fundamentals behind
A
it.
meme with morals.
It sounds like something fun to fuck with. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right, next one. Apple, Microsoft, or Linux? What do you?
Mhm. That one's easy for me.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna marry Linux. I'm gonna fuck Apple, and I'm gonna kill Microsoft. I think the world would be a better place.
We're gonna go exactly like on that path. You're correct.
Because Linux is reliable, Apple is sexy, and Microsoft is a garbage fire.
I'm gonna say, in Apple's defense, for like Linux being reliable, Apple's software is fairly reliable. Their hardware, not so much these days. Well, actually, with the M series, it's pretty good. But
Apple is basically Linux, though. It's BSD.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a version of BSD at the end of the day. I used to use Mac specifically when I was doing stuff here more that I needed to use my own computer for, just because it was like having Linux that was stable with standard software support.
Yeah, and the command line is basically the same too.
Oh, and you can load a thing that's at this point that's just called Homebrew, and you have command line grabbing of anything.
Yeah, casks.
That's great. Yeah, good old casks. I used to run Piano Bar that way all the time.
Yep. John?
God, I loved Piano Bar.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna marry Microsoft, and then the other ones can fuck off.
You kill both of them? What?
Just because I still want to play Xbox.
Okay.
If Microsoft vanished, they'd have to figure out a way to make everything run on everything else. So
that's the holdout, man. That's the reason I still have use Windows and it's the reason a lot of people have Windows where the games are. That's where people are making video games. And
that's also the only one I know how to use.
There's that.
I hate that excuse.
I can use Apple, but I'm not as good with it.
I knew somebody who wouldn't listen to music unless she already knew it.
That sounds sad.
Doesn't that? It sounds like that's what that sounds like to me. Is like, no, that's a real thing. Didn't like music that they didn't already know.
How is that possible?
Also didn't like live music. Also didn't like live music because it was different than how it sounded on the album.
I used to not like live music that much when I was a lot younger, but now I'll seek out a live album just to see how somebody sounds live instead of like a recording. Because I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, I love this music artist, and they're not actually a music artist.
Okay.
There's
I don't know what a music artist is, but
I was thinking about that too.
I guess whatever.
Music art. All right, dude.
That's like it's like calling it a drinky instead of a drunk.
A drinky instead of a drunk.
Tacos, pizza, or wings. What are you getting rid of?
Oh, Dave goes first on this one.
Yeah. So I'll kill wings, fuck pizza, marry tacos.
I'm gonna kill the wings, marry the pizza, and fuck the tacos.
Interesting.
Just because pizza's so convenient.
I think I'm gonna marry tacos.
Mm-hmm.
I love both of those things. All right, I'm gonna fuck pizza and kill wings, but I can still have buffalo chicken pizza.
Yeah, you can.
There you go.
Kill two birds with one stone.
I
work around.
I can't have pizza flavored wings, but I can have wings flavored pizza.
I mean, you might be able to have pizza flavored wings.
And I can.
John,
also
I gotta
buffalo chicken tacos.
I gotta say, John, when you first brought this slide deck up, I was concerned, but I'm really impressed because I was like, we can't talk about actual people because that's gonna be a problem.
I
mean, I was gonna say, I'm down to give my opinions on that at any point.
I made this at 8:30 today.
Okay, all right,
and it was done by 9.
Awesome.
All right, PS5, Xbox, or PC?
I am a long-standing PlayStation holdout. because they used to have exclusives that were Metal Gear Solid used to exclusively be Sony. So I'm gonna go ahead and fuck the PS5, which sounds so visceral. I'm gonna marry the PC, and the Xbox can be. It can go.
I'm going to copy what you just said. Yeah. I used to prefer Xbox over PlayStation. I had a PS1, loved it. I ended up, when I got the 360, the Xbox 360, I just loved the offset, and I still do. I like the offset controller. Like
I was going to say the controller's great.
The thumbsticks, right? The way that it's laid, it just feels, it's just really a good controller. But I bought a PS4 when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out because that was the only thing it was available for at the time. So I bought the whole console for that one game. And I have an Xbox One as well. Maybe I'll sell that. I'll never use it again. But also, like I got a PS4 and I hadn't played a PlayStation console since the PS2, right? And it reminded me how much of a focused gaming experience PlayStation brings to the table, whereas Xbox likes to be sort of everything. They want to be your multimedia center for like watching Netflix and doing the whatever, right? PlayStation feels like it's just there to be a gaming console. And I fell back in love with PlayStation after the PS4. So I would kill Xbox, marry PC, fuck PS5. I'm a PC gamer.
While
so
we're on
that's my long-term
So
commitment there.
both of you are incorrect. The correct answer is to fuck and marry the PC. So
I didn't even think that was an option.
PC
it's got multiple ports. You can do everything.
It's got many a port.
Put a ring on one of them. You can insert
really,
a
really,
stick.
HDMI connection.
Really, the PS5 and the Xbox are just PCs with a controller. So
they are.
I think I'd marry the PC, and then fuck PS5, and then get rid of the Xbox.
I like how we were all pretty much in agreement on that one.
All right, next one. All right, did you have something else you want to add?
I want to just throw in really quick. That was wild. You mentioned controllers and like the offset of the Xbox controller. I prefer that any day of the week. Like I literally have my one here that I just use for playing like golf games and crap. But Google Stadia shut down.
I do.
So those controllers
very familiar with that.
Became e-waste for a while and were like $2. You could get them for cheap, and they're really nicely made controllers. They have the PlayStation layout. That's the only thing I'm not a huge fan of. So Stadia recently, Google pumped an update to make it where you can use them just as Bluetooth controllers.
Oh, that's good.
It is an excellent like PC alternative to a PlayStation controller. If you like the double sticks like that, it's a damn good controller. I've been using it for about like 2 or 3 weeks now.
All right, I'll have to keep that in mind. Did the
Just
price
random
go up
thought
after that
there.
happened?
Oh, of course, they're expensive again.
Okay.
But just like if anybody happens to have one and just thinks that they are garbage now, you can just make them a controller.
Cool.
Nice.
All right,
nerd.
Coffee with Dan, World Blockchain Roundtable, or the Den DAO show?
The Den DAO.
I would probably marry the blockchain roundtable because I learn a whole bunch of fun stuff there, and I don't want to marry myself. I would rail this show, and gonna go ahead and say we're gonna end the Den DAO.
Is this the Den DAO itself, or the update show on Thursdays, or the governance call on Thursdays?
The governance call.
Okay, all right, because Den DAO is
an entire thing.
Yeah, that's like
that'd be like getting rid of Den.
Yeah.
It all down.
That would actually get rid of all three of them.
Would end everything.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think we would get rid of Copy with Den because we don't really talk about Den that much.
We would just begin babbling about other random
crap.
crap.
We're just talking with people who happen to be on Den. That's the point. Yeah.
I also misspelled coffee. I thought I miscounted how many E's there were because the F's look just like the E's.
That's one thing that you and Donald Trump have in common.
Yeah, but he has like fucking V's in there or some shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Covfefe or whatever the fuck it was.
Covfefe, yeah. C-O-V, Covfefe. I almost called this show Covfefe with Den, but I figured it was like funny once, but it's probably not something that should be there forever.
It's funny, like the stupid kid in class doing something. Like you want to do it once, but then you want to get back to what you were doing before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna marry Coffee with Den. And then
It's like, who do I kill off?
here's the thing. What I like I've gotten stuff back from Dendao though.
Oh, okay.
Like if it wasn't for Dendao, I wouldn't have gotten the little the sidebar on
That's
Den,
true. Yeah,
you know?
it's a tough
Like
call.
what is World Blockchain giving me in return? You know? And just if you kill it off doesn't mean something else can't come in its place. You know?
I would so I would marry World Blockchain Roundtable, fuck this show, kill the Dendao governance call.
Yeah.
The reason is because the Dendao call is somewhat redundant because there's also updates given out on Tuesdays on Super Happy Dragon Lucky, which is a different Tuesday show.
Oh, I should have used that one instead of Dendao, I guess, probably.
That's all right. But
well.
There's my rationale.
That makes sense. All right. Oh, well.
All right. Well, that was a good finale.
Moving on to... No, it's not over.
Okay.
Moving swiftly forward.
All right. What layer out of all of the layers that we have
Oh,
would you
God.
fuck, marry, and kill?
There's a lot of them. Let's bring them up.
Oh, this is going to anger somebody. I'm ready. Who are we pissing off?
All right. Let's see.
I'm
And
going to
now-
marry the cannabis layer because it gives
gotta
me
marry
every info I need. Going to
Now
marry that
you're all
cannabis
subscribed
layer.
to all of them anyway. So
Yep. Everybody's subscribed to everything again, unless you're not.
I'm going to fuck current situation just because I very much so like going in there and posting crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'd kill off the eroticism layer.
I don't think
Okay.
it's been used for...
It's because I hate that damn picture of an avocado.
Change it.
I love it.
I don't have enough power in the porno layer to change it.
What do you want to change it to?
I don't know.
What do you want to change it? Well, tell me later what you want to change it to. I'll suggest it. That's the thing. Anything you don't like, you can just change it.
Yeah. Kind of. As long as people vote. If people don't vote, that doesn't happen.
Well, actually, if they don't vote, it just goes with whoever did vote.
Oh, that's true.
So there's that.
So I'm marrying Coffee with Den layer for sure.
Okay. All right.
And then I think I don't know. Now I got to look at mine. What's on my news feed? Ugh.
There's a Star Wars one too. Texas.
Yeah, but like those don't like get used and shit, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna marry the music layer. I think the music layer has a lot of potential. I don't think it's at its potential, but it has a lot of potential. I'm gonna fuck the politics layer because they get rowdy. And I will kill off the what do I kill? What layer would I kill?
Den support.
That's funny. I would kill the let's see. Let me think about this. I would kill the maker layer. That's what I would do.
I think but that's already dead.
Yeah, I know.
You can't
I'll
fix
kill
that
the dead
one.
horse. Yeah. It's got such good graphics and potential.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there's mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna marry Coffee with Den, and then I'm gonna fuck Den support.
Okay.
Just so I can fuck with it. And then I'm gonna kill I think I'm gonna kill. This is cool because then I can like get.
I'm
rid
just
of when
gonna
I
take
kill
that
something.
soundbite from you right
I
now.
think I'm gonna kill.
Yeah, that's
think I'm
what's
gonna
gonna
kill.
happen.
I think I'm gonna kill.
Pick one.
I think I'm gonna kill the Christianity layer.
You
Just
would
'cause-
be controversial.
Just because I think it'd be funny when they go back to, because there's like people that just post there every day and like back and forth to each other, probably is what I think it is. And I think it would just be funny if like one day they're like, Jesus got rid of my layer.
It was divine intervention.
Yeah, it's just one dude that posts like a fucking quote every day.
Cool.
And doesn't, and gets like zero up.
Good for
upage.
them, man. I don't like that's fine. that's murder worthy, but you know.
No, I'm killing the layer just because I think it'd be funny if he goes back and be like, God got rid of your layer, dude. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
He
John's
just
got a
get-
sense of humor, and he takes it out on people's religious
Yeah, that's
beliefs.
no. I just take it out. I don't think it's not. I'm not taking it out on like the religious belief whatsoever.
Or you're directing your comedy towards I don't know, that's a touchy subject, man. People really get like I don't know. It's hard to joke about stuff like that because people get really uptight. It's such an important part of their lives and stuff like that, you know?
No, I'm just talking about the narcissism with himself. Like
okay.
the person that's just like, it's so important that I gotta tell everybody about this quote.
Well, maybe
day.
that's part of it, man. Maybe that's part of the trial, right? Maybe that's the test. Will you keep on keeping on, even if you think no one's listening?
Put that energy towards something else. Like keep on keeping on like somewhere else and do it.
I think it would be great if there were more like Christians talking in the Christian layer, because I have questions and I have thoughts on Christianity, you know.
And if you posted that, you'll probably get like a homily that doesn't answer your question. Maybe.
And I also I don't want to offend anyone, but I also have like legitimately I have issues with like Christian history and things like that. Like my wife was asking me recently where I'd want to live or like where I want to visit next and go see or something like that. And I was thinking I want to go someplace that was not like completely transformed by an Abrahamic religion of some sort. Because like the whole world, besides like the Asian countries basically, and like Iceland, seems like have been either they all worship the same God, right? They're just arguing over like details of that.
I got
because you have everything's either a Christian, Muslim, or Jewish. It seems like besides the Asian countries, from my experience. All so right, someplace that hasn't been like Japan, you know.
I know where you would go. I got it. Go to Salem.
Salem?
There's some witch trials going on.
Funny you mentioned that. I was looking. It's not cheap. Boston is so expensive because one of the places we're looking at is maybe ending up in Boston. And good Lord, is it expensive, dude? Holy crap. Like, I'm sure you've experienced that too, where you live now, but it's just insane to me. And even outside of Boston, I was looking at Salem, for example. It's cheaper, but it's not like that much cheaper either. That whole region is just nuts.
Yep. It's crazy. It costs money to live places that other people want to live, and nobody wants to live in Florida. So people are or at least in Gainesville.
People are moving to Florida again. Gainesville. We just got a new road, so we're moving up. Yeah.
All right.
What else we got?
So that was my last one. So it's like if you guys have any other ones that you want to bring up, now is the time to do it because this is it.
Yeah. Okay. So Gravity Crab isn't here, but I gotta.
We can wait for him.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna wait for him. Video games. What's video games we've all played? You've played like role-playing games and MMOs and stuff like that, right? So you played. So what about Fallout? I know that you've played Fallout. Did you play Skyrim, like Elder Scrolls stuff?
Yeah. Okay,
so let's say Fallout 4, Skyrim, and let's do another single player open world RPG. Pick one. What do you think?
Single player?
Yeah. Or we could just go World of Warcraft. Zelda. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Skyrim, Zelda, like Breath of the Wild, basically, right? Would be the one that's the most similar to those. So Breath of the Wild, Skyrim, Fallout 4. Fuck, marry, kill.
I think I would probably marry Skyrim and then fuck Breath of the Wild and kill off Fallout. Just because like I feel like Fallout like is too. There wasn't as much to do in it as I wish there was.
It was a bit
Yeah.
shallow, I guess. Like it's a good game, and I would go back and play it today. But I see what you mean compared to the depth of, for example, Skyrim or Breath of the Wild. It just didn't seem you weren't as I don't know. It didn't like bring you in as deeply, I think, as the other one. So now we're doing Gravity Crab. We're doing Skyrim, Fallout 4, Breath of the Wild,
Oh,
Zelda. Fuck, Marry, Kill. That's what we're on.
I am going to confuse you. I'm gonna marry probably Breath of the Wild just because that's the only time I've ever bought a console to play a game. So like I bought a Switch to play it. Obviously
I bought a Switch to play Splatoon.
I'm gonna I'm not even bothered by that. I'm gonna probably gonna rail Skyrim. No, Skyrim gets killed off and Fallout
Really?
4 continues.
All right.
And the reason for that is because vanilla Skyrim is not the same thing.
I was like,
Not
actually,
Uh,
I could go that
And also,
way
like, that's
because
not the best Elder Scrolls game. And
Yeah,
people
there's
need to
replacement
remember that.
Skyrim.
Yeah, like I would,
Yeah.
if I had a choice of what game storyline I wanted to play through or like play through entirely, I would love just a super updated Morrowind or Oblivion over Skyrim.
That's fair. Yeah, because honestly, if Skyrim went away, I would thoroughly enjoy playing Oblivion. And Open Morrowind feels pretty good.
It's
by today's
great,
standards,
like with
too.
controller
Yeah.
support. That's excellent.
I mean, I'll go play Elden. I'll play Elden Ring too, and like I'll just go play that. Like, it's a great game.
Yeah, fair enough.
I cannot. I've tried so hard to get good at Elden
That's
Ring, but I am just not one of those people that can do Souls type games.
You just go farm fucking runes and
I
win
don't
the
want to
game.
go farm runes. I used to
That's
use a
what I
rubber
do.
band for that.
What else? What's yeah? So this
Did you
is
pick
just
yours? Did you do yours, John?
yeah.
Oh, what did you pick on this one?
I was gonna I said I was gonna marry Skyrim, right? That's
Yeah, I
what
think
said.
so.
It's fine. I mean, I'm glad somebody's gonna. Todd Howard damn sure did.
And you killed Fallout. That's right. Yeah, that's
But
right.
I think I'd actually marry Breath of the Wild, fuck Fallout, and then kill off Skyrim because I think I'd rather play WoW than Skyrim. I'd rather. There's other games I'd rather play than Skyrim. That's in the same genre.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's been the Valentine's edition of Marry Fuck Kill.
That was a wild segue, but
Thanks for, no, that's great. I didn't expect that. Thanks for bringing that in and throwing it together, John.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
I like that we have Austin Powers here mildly dressed like a Vault Tech employee.
Yeah.
Oh, is
I
he?
think a little bit.
Oh yeah, a
like it
little
a
bit.
little bit.
Little circle with the yellow. Yeah, you're right.
All
Okay.
right. Then I'll play the outro video again.
All right, that has been
Our eyes first met from across the roller rink.
I was quite nervous, but you gave me a wink.
all right. That was silly.